What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Mo. I've been gone for a little minute, but I just want to speak my opinion on the Chrisean Rock and Tehseki allegations. Okay, when Chris Rock said that you ate my cat or made me, well, you made me eat your cat or whatever to that effect, I feel like Chrisean wouldn't say nothing like that if it wasn't true. Why would you make up something like that? Evidently, I feel like it's been bothering her. Like you can tell the girl Chrisean has some type of trauma that she's been through, and you can tell by her actions and how she's acting out on social media. The first thing her sister Tehseki, that's like the ghettoest name that I've heard. Like, it is just, to me, their whole family a mess from what I've seen on social media. But if somebody accused me of doing something like that, I'm not going to say I'm done talking. I'm going to get to the bottom of that, and I'm going to clear my name, because I'm not going to be accused of something that I haven't been doing. Like, that's some serious allegations right there. The girl Tehseki, I kind of figured it, to me, from watching Baddies. I watch it sometimes, but I get tired of black women just fighting and fighting and fighting, arguing, going back and forth. It's like that's all we known for. Not all of us, but some of us, like making ourselves look bad on the internet, bickering and going back and forth. Now, mind you, some people deserve to get cussed out and to be, just to let them know, come on now, like all this ain't even needed, but a lot of people are saying it should have been private. I feel like it shouldn't be private, because people that do things like that, pedophiles and abusers and things like that, they need to be put on blast. You can't keep sweeping stuff under the rug, because they're going to continue to do the same thing to somebody else. I feel like Tehseki was touched growing up, and it's like a chain reaction to some people. That's why there's a lot of, you know, family secrets. Like a lot of family, cousins, brothers and sisters, daddies, mamas, and doing things behind closed doors and trying to keep it a secret and sweeping it under the rug. I used to work with this one lady, and she told me that her ex-husband caught his wife and her son having sex. He knew something wasn't right, and he can tell by their actions and the way they act every time he came home from work or when he was around both of them. So he just popped up early from work one day and caught them in the act on the couch. So I feel like I've been down that road with not family members, but like being touched and stuff like that. So, you know, I feel like you shouldn't hide, you shouldn't protect the abuser. What am I gonna protect you for? Because you didn't give a daggone about me, you know? And that stuff lives on with you the older you get, and kind of affect you to a certain way, where certain things bother you. When you lash out and, you just, it just bothers you. It stays in the back of your head. I don't know why people think you, just because you're young during the time, you forget that type of stuff. That's the main thing. Stuff like that, you can't forget things like that, because it stays with you. It's like you being violated. you know some people, your sexuality is being violated. Some people, just like some guys that are gay, I feel like some wouldn't be gay if they wasn't violated at a young age. It comes to a point where they feel like, oh, dang, they start, I guess, end up liking it, and then that's their sexual preference because it's been going on for so long. You know, some people try to fight it because they don't want to be that way, but you know, if it's been going on for so long, how can you not, you know, like what you like? And that's not fair to the individual because they never had a chance to figure out their sexuality. I'm quite sure they want to be with a woman, but you know, being violated took them in another direction. It's so much of this going on out here in the world, and it shouldn't be a secret because you know it just shouldn't. It just shouldn't be a secret. I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about. They need to have some type of podcast about this topic because it's happening as we speak. And some people just go on living, going to school. You know, you might tell your parents, some parents don't believe you. They think they get jealous because the man showing you the attention when it's like you being violated. The mother gets upset and takes it personal and don't believe you, you know. So it's actually in the abuser favor. It's like, oh, they're not going to believe you. And when you tell them, they don't believe you. So it's like, damn, what should I do, So people hold it in over a period of time of years. And when it comes to that point, eventually it comes out. You just never know who you're gonna tell at that moment. And just like Chrisean, I guess she was fed up at the point. I don't feel like Chrisean is jealous of her sister at all. Because I feel like she tried to put her sister on to the Baddies show. So why would she be jealous and hating on her own sister? You know? And some people would say, like, why would you still want to be around your sister? I heard of something called Stockholm Syndrome. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Is when you kind of develop a relationship with the abuser. And it's like, but you don't want to be around that person, but it's just like you try to ignore what happened, but it's still there. That's pretty much what I'm thinking, but it's really not easy because I have ran into my abusers growing up in life, and I didn't even want to say anything to them, and it's like I had vented with my partner at the time about the situation. And he said to me that if we see these people out in public, let me know so I can take care of that. And I was so scared when we ran into them when I was with, one of them when I was with my partner, that I didn't say anything. And he got upset with me as if I was protecting him. It wasn't that I was protecting him. It was just like I was in shock, like flashbacks. And, everything just came back at once. I ran into the other accuser years down the road. I was in a beauty supply store. Me and my cousin was in a beauty supply store, and creepy looking dude, man, just creepy looking. So I'm walking around in the store, and I just so happen to see him, and I freeze. He with the woman that he was with, after years down the line. I guess that was his lady. Older lady. So he sees me. He has shades on and a hat, and he done got older, this and that. So when I looked at him, I kind of tried to turn and go another direction, and he looked at me and smiled. So I said, oh my God, like my chest is beating fast, like, because I'm thinking about what he did to me as a child. So I walk around another area of the store. It's like he trying to make himself seen for me to see him. So I panicked and I had to walk past him to get out the store. My cousin looking at me like, what is wrong? Like, what is wrong? She don't know what's going on. So when I walk past him, he sticks his booty out to try to touch me. You know what I'm saying? So I pushed him. I should have put him on blast in the store, just like Chrisean put her sister on blast. I knocked down a whole shelf of stuff, hats and everything, people in the store looking like what's going on, and I ran out the store. Do you know this fool came behind me out the store? I guess he thought I was with a guy, and he came and looked. Came out the store, out the door, looked. When I turned around, I seen him standing outside of the door, put his shades down and looked at me. Like, why are you harassing me like this? So my cousin comes out behind me and was like, what's wrong? What happened? So I explained everything to her. But to make a long story short, these men and women out here, not even just men and women, but family members, doing this type of stuff, messing up kids' lives, and they can't even focus in school, because they worried about, dang, when I get home, this gonna happen, this gonna happen. It puts you in a position where you want to hurt somebody or potentially pow, you know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't be having those type of thoughts as a kid. So I feel Chrisean, and I feel like she is not lying about her sister, because this is reality and it's going on and people just brushing it under the rug. I love the fact that some family members stick up for you and got your back during situations like this, and some people make it seem like you lying just to protect the abuser. Oh, they not doing this, they not doing that. It's so many dang pedophiles and offenders out here. It's this disgusts me, like doing this to kids at a young age, and the cycle just keep going on throughout the family and throughout the neighborhood, or that's why you got to be careful bringing men in your household, not with just girls, boys too, because they prey on that. A lot of them want women with little kids so they can train them, so they can groom them and do all that to them. They leave them these women just leave their kids with men while they going to work. You can't do that. That's why if you want a system, get some type of daycare or something. Make sure you research the daycare too, because you can't trust daycares either. You can't, because they got kids in there doing stuff. You got to be careful where you place your kids these days. Families, friends, cousins, people hurting kids. It's just it's really bad out here. It's treacherous. People just out for themselves, and it's only a few good people left, and it's hard to find. People so mean that you just don't know who to trust. Like they just mean. People can't stand to see somebody happy. They just want to destroy your happiness. I'm to a point now where I will not allow nobody to destroy my peace. It's a lot of people that need to let people go because they destroying your peace. The best thing to do is just stay in your own lane, do what's best for you, and focus on yourself, because I'm not finna take the time out to figure out who is who. I have a select few of people in my circle that I can trust, and I know for a fact they won't do me wrong. All the other rest of the outside stuff, I don't even let it get in. I don't have time to be arguing with nobody. And I'm saying this because this is what a lot of people need to do. Don't let nobody get in your head. Whatever they say, if you know it's not true, just let them have it. Because they're the miserable ones. They're the ones out here seeking attention, to be seen and noticed. If you know what you know, don't even worry about it. Because God gonna take care of the rest. He gonna take care of all these people out here in the world just sexually molesting kids, doing all this, people out here doing, just getting away with so much. Like, just terrible people. What they fail to realize is God lives within all of us, and He sees it all. So He has the last say when it comes to that. So let people say whatever, think whatever, and do whatever, because you already know what it is. So there's no point in even explaining, because they're going to think whatever anyway. Happy people don't do the things that they do. People that are secure within themselves don't do the things that they do. As far as all the negativity, that's what I'm speaking on. But yeah, it's a cold world out here, and it's a lot of demons walking around here. They all on social media. You walking past them every day. They in the workplace. They in the grocery store. They in your family. They everywhere. You can look at a person and tell. My intuition when it comes to that is very strong. I don't have the patience for it, and I'm not trying to go to jail behind nobody else's ignorance. So I mind my business and I stay in my lane. I know I kind of went left, but I'm just trying to make a point to, you just got to be careful with people. You can't leave your kids with anybody. If you can't afford daycare, just make sure you stable enough to take care of the ones that you do have. Make sure you ask your kids questions. Pay attention, because you don't want to miss out on things that's important, involving your kids. People crazy out here. Like, I gotta bite my tongue every day to protect my peace. I'm not trying to get stressed out. I'm not trying to get no headache, or I don't want my blood pressure going up. And I make sure I take care of myself. I don't look stressed. You can tell when somebody going through it, when they always hollering, they upset, fussing and fighting. Some people be in defense mode when they do that. But if somebody is constantly always fussing, wake up every day mad, like in other people's business, and don't even know nothing about them, those people are hurt inside. How do you know what's going on in my life? This is what I'm observing from people in life, just speaking in general. People are hurting out here, and it's from past trauma, just like Chrisean Rock. We see her spazzing out and going off and stuff. She is a pretty girl, her and her sister, Tehseki. But somebody hurt Tehseki for her to hurt Chris. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying allegedly. This is what came out of Chrisean's mouth. But somewhere down the line, it's been going on. It's like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what came from it. And it's been bothering her for her to come out and tell the world. I don't think she want to embarrass her sister. They haven't talked in a while, so they was having a discussion, and that's just the way it came out. You can't control when things come out. She just had to let her know, and I feel like she's telling the damn truth. That girl Chrisean ain't lying. Why would you just make something up like that and just come out and say, "Oh, you did this to me"? And I saw some people in the comments speaking on Chrisean smirk. Sometimes people have different mechanisms that help them cope with the things they've been through in life. I don't think she was laughing at the situation. I thought she was just like, huh, like smile, like, yeah, you did that. So don't sit here and act like you didn't, because stuff like that you don't forget. I don't think she would make something up to make her sister look bad. And I don't think she's jealous because her sister coming up. Chrisean is a pretty girl and she's an athlete. She can still come up. She's still good. I think Chrisean was the one to put her sister on to the show. So I don't feel like she's jealous at all. But that's just my feelings on the Chrisean and Tehseki situation that I saw online. So tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think Chrisean is lying? Because I don't. Thank y'all for listening. Have a good one.